What is up, guys, and thanks for tuning in to Vitamin D TV. I'm Vitamin D, and today we're back here at Archie Glover Boat Launch. So you guys might remember this spot from when I dropped in here and went and fished the railway as well as the I-10 bridge. Did pretty good that day, caught a lot of sheep's head. Today we're gonna switch it up and do something a little bit different. We're gonna go after some early morning redfish. See if we can't get one to hit on top. I got that head-on topwater spook, as well as some soft plastic swim baits that was loaned to me from my cousin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and drop in here, guys, and I'll show you guys how I like to get on some early morning redfish. You guys come along and let's get to them. Let's go. Let's see if she'll crank up. Pull this choke and see if she'll crank off. It's pretty cold, guys. It's 39 degrees. When I left the house, it is 41 degrees now, so. Wow, first pull. She's gonna stall, but turn that choke off. Incredible. That little Nissan, guys. 2-stroke. Amazing. All right, we are off. First of all, I want to apologize for not having any new content coming. It's been a couple weeks. It's been about I think this is the 3rd week, actually. It's been about the 3rd week since I posted a video, and I have to apologize to you guys, but the weather has been terrible. It's either been super windy, rainy, and actually it just got cold for the first time, and it has stayed cold. Everything's been frozen over in the mornings, and to be honest, I really don't like getting out in the cold weather, but today we're toughing it up, getting out here for you guys, seeing if I can get on some redfish and seeing if I can make something happen. Last time I came over here, we went after sheep's head, but I could just tell that this area right here, all of this, I'm gonna go ahead and shut my engine off, because this is exactly where I want to be, and this is the stuff that I want to fish for these early morning redfish, guys. See all this grass flats right here, and man, I can see fish swirling over there on that side right there. We're already tied up. I got this spook on, and if they don't hit that, then I got that little swim jig. So I'm gonna get you guys mounted up on my chest, and we're gonna drop the trolling motor, and we're gonna start casting, guys. Let's see if we can get on the redfish. Let's go. I'm excited. All right, we got our trolling motor in. We're gonna start with this. This is a head-on spook, guys. It's just a head-on spook. I believe it's the freshwater version of this spook, but I know it'll work. It's got a knocker, and they make a saltwater one just like it. Look there, guys. There's fish rolling all around us. Now, I don't know if that's bait. Look at there. There's a fish just rolled right there. Let's see what happens here. If this thing gets busted, I'm gonna freak out. That thing walks beautifully. I got a loop knot tied on. Oh, that was definitely a redfish or a tarpon. This could be tarpon right here. Let's see if I can get turned around. Now my goal is to catch a redfish off of this top water, and if I can't get a redfish off of that, we'll try the swim bait. And if I can't get anything on that swim bait, hopefully when it warms up I can find some bait, and we'll start fishing with some live bait, because I got my cast net. Man, that thing walks so beautiful. Man, there's stuff rolling all around me. I'm not sure if it's bait. One of them looked like a tarpon for a second. I'm super excited. It's been a while since I filmed anything, and I'm glad to be back on the water, even though I can't feel my hands. You can't have perfect conditions, that's for sure. And if you wait on perfect conditions, you'll be waiting forever. Now, what I'm doing with this bait, I'm saying it walks nice. That means it's walking like a dog. This thing is called walk like a dog. Whenever you twitch it back and forth and it just zigzags in the water like that, there's something just swirled right in front of me. Now, this could be mullet, could just be bait, but either way, we know there's redfish out here. A guy at my job actually told me this is where he comes to catch most of his redfish, and I already knew that there were redfish out here. He basically confirmed what I was saying. The sun's coming up pretty good now, and I can actually feel it on my body just a little bit. Got on like 3 or 4 shirts. I can't even remember. I put on so many shirts. Now, the more the sun comes up, the more the topwater bite is going to die off. So if you think about it, the fish don't like to look up, and it kind of blinds them, just like it blinds us. They don't want to be looking up chasing food. They start looking down towards the bottom, start looking out in front of them. They move to deeper water. They just can't be looking up looking for bait and chasing bait, because it's not something they want to do. All right, guys, I'm not liking what's going on back here. We've been fishing for an hour or so. What we're gonna do is go ahead and pack up and move around. I want to try and find some new stuff, basically. All right, guys, so I wasn't liking what was going on back here. We basically fished from the boat launch all the way back into some sloughs over here and fished on some of those docks, but it seems a little bit slow back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and explore a little bit. I'm going to explore, and I'm going to look for some things that might be holding some fish, like maybe some smaller bridges, or maybe some other docks that look a little more promising. But you guys come along for the ride, and we're going to get on some fish, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, so this looks like the other side of the railway that leads into GE Wind Energy. So GE is my place of work. We have trains that come in on this railway right here and pick up some of our wind turbines as well as our hubs, and they get shipped out on this railway. But this is interesting to see this from this point of view. Not a lot of people get to see this kind of stuff, so I think it's pretty cool to actually see. And I just saw some kayakers. They just moved on from this spot. I guess it works out perfectly. Maybe they didn't have any luck, but I'm gonna try right here and see what happens. Nice and cool little tucked off place. Now, I did switch my swim jig up. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Instead of that pink, I switched to this black and gold. So the other one had a pink and white body. This one has a black top with a gold belly, as well as it got the nice flakes in there, the nice reflective flakes. Now that the sun's coming up, there's a fish right there. Woo! Nice speck. Let's flip him in. Wow. That took a long time and he just came off. There we go, guys. Got our first fish. A nice speckled trout right there. He's about a 15-incher. I actually kind of figured I'd get bit right here. So coming out of the bay right here, this is Escambia Bay, flowing into Mulatto Bay, which is like a little, it's like a little bayou back here. But there's a lot of current right here. I don't know if you guys can see where the water kind of transitions, comes up on the flat right here, and then all the water is rushing around through here, this little island, and then going through that train trestle right there. And I was just flipping that jig right along this little current, and this guy was right here ready, waiting to ambush something. Let's get this guy, get him back in the water. There he is, guys. Nice little speckled trout. And again, I'm not keeping any more fish from this point, so we're gonna let this guy go and he'll live to see another day. There you go, buddy. Our first fish of the day, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna see if we can't get on some more, guys. It's been a slow morning, but we're just getting started. Let's go. It's no surprise I caught a speckled trout before I caught a redfish. There's quite a few fishermen who've been catching a lot of speckled trout. I mean a lot of speckled trout in this area. Angler up with Brant, he usually goes up Milton north a little bit more and fishes the Milton bridge, that downtown bridge. That thing is loaded with schoolie speckled trout, about the same size as that one I just caught. Could have netted that fish, but he wasn't too big, so went ahead and flipped him in here. Be nice to get on a couple big ones. That would be fun. It's actually a little windy out here. It seems like the further we get out of this little channel, the more wind we're starting to feel. I'm no fan of the wind, especially when it's blowing cold wind. So I might try and figure something else out here in a second. There's a fish right there, boys. Nice fish. Not sure what it is. Nice little red. Nice little red. See if I can get my net on him. Ah, yeah. Nice little red. I knew there would be some fish holding up on these pilings, guys. We got these pilings just lined up along these jetties. I was just gonna drift all the way down and then get on these reds, and I knew something would be down there. Let's take a look at this fish, guys. There he is. Nice little red. He's about 16. He wouldn't make the slot even if I was keeping him. They have to be 18 inches to keep. He's got that jig right there in the corner of his mouth like he should. And he's got one nice spot on him. With a beautiful tail though. He's got some blue on that tail. Pretty fish, real pretty fish. Nice and healthy. Sitting up shallow, looking for small bait fish. Let's get him unhooked and let him go. All right, let's get a release on this guy. Just gonna hold him in. Gonna put him in, hold him by the tail. He's just about already ready to go, guys. Just let him get some oxygen. I didn't fight him too hard. He's ready to go. He just took off. That's what it's all about right there, guys. Catching them, releasing them. Gotta love it. Let's catch another one. Woo! Well, guys, just as I suspected, the winds have picked up just a little bit more. You know, it's getting a little bit more breezy out here, so we're having to deal with that. But we are starting to catch fish. Not sure if the tide's starting to change or what's happening. Sometimes a dead still wind as well as a dead tide will leave you with 0 fish in the boat. But if any of that changes, say like tide changes or the wind picks up, so will the bite, guys, every single time. And I've shown you that in multiple videos that I posted. what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get back up here, and we're gonna continue to drift these pilings right here on this rock wall, this rip wrap, if you want to call it that. And I guarantee you there's more fish holding up on these walls, on this pilings right here. Let's get back to it, guys. This little jig, here's the jig that I'm using. I think that's just a standard 3/8 ounce jig with the big eye on it, as well as this grabbing tailed or chasing tail swim bait, black and gold. And it is definitely getting the job done. So far we've caught a speckled trout, we've caught a redfish. Let's see if we can catch another redfish, because that's what we were targeting today. I would have liked to get one on that top water spook, but we just couldn't find any fish, or we couldn't get them to come up and eat. But still, we're gonna have some fun catching them on this jig, guys. Now, if you guys look at what I'm doing, I'm not casting directly into these pilings, because then you're just going straight into the piling and you're pulling your bait right out of the strike zone. So I just thought about that, and I figured I'd let you guys know, why I'm casting the way that I am. Now, I'm not 100% parallel with these pylons. I'm more of at an angle, but this gives me the opportunity to leave my bait in the strike zone a little bit longer. So I'm more at an angle, which allows my bait to travel up along these pilings just a little bit longer as I retrieve it. Oh my God, I think that was a fish. I think that was a fish. Got us another little red, guys. This is a little guy. Got us a tiny guy that time. A little cute butt. Let's take a look at this little cute butt right here. Look at him. He devoured that jig, guys. I mean, he just swallowed it whole. He's a hungry fella. Let's get that hook out of his mouth. Look at that little guy. Got one spot on him with a nice blue tail. Healthy little fish. There he is, guys. Nice little healthy fish. He's gonna grow up to be a nice bull red one day. Let's let him go. There you go, buddy. See if we can catch us another one. That one was on the small side, but he was a cute little fish. Call him a little cute butt. These fish are loving this little jig, man. I think I got the color dialed in. Just working this whole coastline. The wind has picked up tremendously. Got a nice one, guys. We got us a nice one. Finally. Rock jetties right here. Something told me there'd be a fish on there. There we go. Nice red, nice red, nice red. Got him right in the mouth. Ah, yeah. Man, that net is just perfect. I swear it's got the big opening on it, just like you need. I'm trying to back off of these jetties, and we're gonna show you guys this fish. I don't want to spook the rest of those fish that might be on that jetty, so we're gonna pull off of that jetty. All right, guys, there he is. This one's he's about 15 or 16. Very similar to the same size as the other one that we caught, even though they're not big. I mean, this is our second one about this size, and you can see he wanted that jig. So we're gonna get him unhooked, and then we'll get a release on him. Very pretty fish, very healthy. Let's get him unhooked. Hooked him right in the corner of the mouth. Man, he might even be 17, guys. He's a little bit longer than the other one. Maybe just a little bit, maybe by an inch or so. Let's get a release on this guy. All right, guys, I caught that fish right over there on those little jetties right there. We're gonna get a release on this fish. Beautiful fish. There he goes. Man, I love it. Woo! Yes! Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're out here grinding it out, catching those beautiful, beautiful redfish for you guys, all right? Stick around. Let's see if we can't get another one before we hang it up, all right, guys? This wind's getting pretty bad. I feel like I'm just getting in my mode, man. Woo, I don't know, I might want to stick it out a little bit. We're gonna get back on this jetty, see if we can't pull another fish off of there, and get you guys some more footage. Y'all stick around. Yeah, let's get back to it. And this, guys, is the other side of that trestle, that railway system that I was talking about. Runs straight into GE Renewable Energy, which is where I work. But I just wanted to fill you guys in on that and let you guys know that this is where we are. We basically did a loop around this little island, and Archie Glover is back in there. So we're coming around this little point right here. All right, guys, so as you saw, we went out, we did what we could. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a bite on that topwater spook. I guess the fish are sitting just a little deeper than anticipated. Either that or we just couldn't find them. But we did get on a different bite, which was with that jig, that swim jig that we were fishing with. And we were still able to land a few fish. I think I caught 3 redfish as well as a nice speckled trout. So I appreciate you guys watching. And first of all, I want to give a shout out to a few people. First of all, shout out to my man Clint down here. I left my lights on my truck. I guess I got a little excited this morning and he was able to give me a jump off. So Clint, I appreciate you, brother. If you actually do tune in and watch the video, Clint's got this nice 2021 Blazer Bay back here. That thing is sparkling brand new. He said he hasn't even been able to take it out and do what he wants to do because the weather's been so messed up. Yeah, guys, the weather here has been something else. It really has. It's been cold, it's been rainy, it's been super windy. All things bad for somebody trying to record fishing videos out on the water. But anyways, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Oh yeah, and let's shout out my cousin Lionel James over at Lion's Tail Adventures for providing me with those soft plastic lures. Lionel, I appreciate you. Shout out to all the fans, all the fishing fanatics on Facebook. Man, shout out to all the people on the fishing pages on Facebook here in the local area, Pensacola, Milton, Perdido, Gulf Breeze. You guys are hilarious. You guys are fun, man. And I love getting on that page and just looking at all the comments and seeing what you guys are talking about. It's really a crap show, if you will. But man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching and subscribing. Shout out to all my new subscribers. During that little break, the channel was still growing and I wasn't even posting anything for 3 weeks. So shout out to all my new subscribers. We're at 2,050 subscribers and we're gonna continue to grow right here on Vitamin D TV. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm Vitamin D and I'm out. Somebody lost their cup. Looks like one of those cups that a lady would be drinking wine out of. Ladies love their wine. Whatever makes them happy, right?